Happy New Year! For that song, I was feeling nostalgic, and I looked under the comments for what is the opening of Sealab 2021, and I saw a comment that said, one of those kind of things that when you hear it, you feel sad that this part of your life has passed. And it was commented 5 years ago, and I went to click the little thumbs up button because I liked it. And I realized that I already had done so, because at some point in the far past, I had listened to this song reminiscing over when Sealab 2021 was still in there, and I had already liked this comment, and that was weird. And it made me sad, because I really liked the show. And I'm actually sad that they never did a full version of the theme song. I can't remember, I think it's Cascade is the name of the chick that sings it. And it's very good, it's very soothing. What's not soothing is actually the sound of drilling. If you hear drilling, it's because my neighbors are hanging up a TV or something. For last year, I did a much better show because I prepared very thoroughly, and I did a review on all the things that had happened over the year. This year, I'm not doing that because my neighbors kept me up until I was like 5 a.m. or until it was like 5 a.m. and then I woke up at like 2 p.m. and I didn't have time to prepare that. So I might do it later. I don't know. Probably not. Don't get your hopes up. I can't even think of anyone that I would want to do a reflection on, actually. I guess Ralph. You could just do a 2-hour stream on Ralph at the start of the year and then Ralph at the ending of the year. Speaking of people who had it down bad for fucking 2020, Ralph started the year married and he ended the year estranged from his pregnant girlfriend. That's like such a huge difference in starting and ending position. It really is a lot to do in 1 year. It's like speed running. You have to strategically plan your months so that you can estrange yourself from a normal life as much as possible. With I mean, you could cheat it. You could cheat it and just start doing heroin or meth. Well, fuck, he tried that. I guess he tried doing drugs. So I don't know. It's it's. I think it's like both a year where like a lot happened, and then like a year where nothing happened at the same time. It sounds like what's that called? Like a self-contradicting statement. I forgot. Whatever. But it's because a lot has changed, but a lot changed in a way that people didn't have a direct contribution to. Things just happened to people, and they didn't really have any say in it. So, while you can say that things are a lot different, things are also very much the same, because people on an individual level weren't. An oxymoron, yeah, sorry. I was trying to think of the word, and I was struggling, because I remember that there was this show when I was a kid called Sheep in the Big City, and it was one of my favorite shows, and I remember it being a very strangely linguistic show where they had so many different puns and now that I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head, I'll never be able to do it. But like the generals had funny names that were contradictory, and they had like oxymoron products or whatever, like little fake advertisements in the show, and it was all completely punny. And the products were called oxymoron things, and that's, I was trying to think of that, but I guess I'm just flatlining today. I've not had enough caffeine. I had to go out to the store to get me a soda which I really enjoy, but I can't say the name of because it might as well be my social security number in terms of how narrow this product is distributed. If I said what it was, I would instantly be turning up where I live. But RC Cola, no, not quite. Let's see. Let's talk about, I guess, Shawty. Shawty's the one that you know what, we can make fun of. Yeah, let's do Shawty. So Shawty, the big fat chick, the new one, the one who loves black men. She's had a traumatic holiday season. Something I guess I kind of understand it. People get really depressed over the holiday season, and I think like January 20th or something is like the day that most people commit suicide. And I shouldn't say suicide. I got banned on Twitter because I said in regards to a streamer who killed himself. I said that he killed himself, and YouTube deleted his goodbye video. And I was like, that's pretty YouTube, to take someone's like last message and delete it callously just because it's, I guess it advocates suicide or some shit. I don't know. And then of course Twitter sees the word kill yourself and automatically like flags that tweet as being advocating suicide. So it's really weird how like suicide is just one of those things that you can't even like discuss because the systems are rigged so that any conversation about suicide is immediately flagged as some sort of advocacy or imminent threat to yourself. I guess because people don't, the platforms don't want to be held liable if someone does kill themselves on their platform. I remember that there was a period of time where a lot of, during the high point of the Rat King, when the forum was really big into, and there was like a tug of war between like trannies and the forum, and they were trying to get the forum down, and that's when Trans Lifeline happened and all this shit. But a lot of trannies would suicide bait on Facebook, and many of them would get banned from Facebook for suicide baiting, and then they would come back to the platform, you know, indignant. It's like, I can't believe YouTube or Facebook would ban me for talking about how depressed I am. Isn't that sad? That's an aside. I was going to talk about how Saggy, my girl Saggy, moved cities, and I don't know if she like moved entirely across Canada. I want to say she didn't move that far, but part of me also wants to say that she did move really far. So she's kind of on her own for the first time for Christmas, and she misses living with her dad, and she had some friends come over to be with her on her birthday, because her birthday is, I want to say, the 20th. We're both Sagittariuses, so we have similar birthdays. I think actually her birthday is the 21st. Or maybe it is the 20th. I don't know. Anyways, her friends come over and she flat out fucking knocks this chick on her ass, right? And I'll play this video. I almost want to say that this video is edited by someone on the forum because it's so bizarre. And you'll see why in a second. But I think it's actually what she did. She uploaded this. So here's her discussing the events of her birthday for the world to see on Snapchat.
If you want to fucking message me and talk about how I have 911 fingers and I called the cops on you, I'll smack the shit out of you, cunt. I will make sure that you don't even have the fucking finger to fucking call 911, you stupid bitch. Snitches get stitches, you stupid bitch. You called the cops first. You called the cops, period. I never fucking dial 911. I never do on fucking life. On my poopy, bitch. I never called 911, bitch. You a stupid asshole. You got your ass beat and now you embarrassed.
Let me pause it there. I'm going to describe this video to someone who's not watching. Her hair is bright pink and it's up in like this ponytail. But because of the angle and distortion of the filter, she looks like one of those troll dolls. Like literally exactly like a troll doll with the hair like spiraled up like a Jimmy Neutron swirl going on. And then she's done something to her mouth and it's really horrific. It kind of reminds me of the monsters from Amnesia, The Dark Descent, because they have like these weird mouths that are way too long and kind of droop to one side. So she's like a combination of the monsters from the Amnesia and a troll doll. And she's pitch shifted herself. I don't know if that's part of the filter or what. And she's talking about how bitches get snitches. And she's being like silly and white trash about it. And you think this is like just an annoying, obnoxious video. What is the significance of this Amnesia troll doll yelling at me, right? There's only a couple 15 more seconds left of this video, and you'll see, and I'll explain in a second.
You embarrassed because you a stupid ass bitch.
Oh, please, something like this happened. I need my glasses.
Get out!
They're under the floor.
Get out!
So if you can't see because you're just listening, or if you're blind, I don't know if I have a blind listener, but to that blind listener, a woman who has blood pouring out of her nose is on the floor being held by her hair, and she's thrashing around begging for her glasses to be returned to her, and they're just throwing her out. And the little Instagram bar across it says, "Snitches get stitches, Karen." Now these are her friends. They came over a confrontation happened, and she ended up getting a broken nose and kicked out. And she almost she just moved into this new apartment, and she was already like threatening to get evicted by her landlord because like within the first month she's gotten into a criminal confrontation with people visiting her home. And I can just imagine when I lived in Portland, I had a really small, I lived in the Pearl of Portland. I lived in a business district that didn't have many apartments because it was all like shopping area. And I lived in a shoebox. It was like a 290 square foot apartment that cost me $900 a month. And the walls were paper thin. And this is why I have fallen in love with Slavic countries, because they use poured concrete for all their walls. And it is so nice to be in a place that has poured concrete. But when I lived in Portland, they had fucking, like, I don't even know if they had, like, insulation in the walls. It was paper thin. So on one side I had a stairwell. And on the other side I had, for most of my tenure there, I had an empty apartment to the left of me. And at some point, a guy moved in. And the very first day that he moves in, he brings home some bitch. I don't know if it's his girlfriend or fiance. They have like a knockdown, drag out fucking fight next door to me. After 6 months of blissful silence, these motherfuckers move in and they immediately ruin my undisturbed, unperturbed isolation from the world. And I'm like banging on the fucking door immediately. Like, if you retards don't stop fucking fighting, I'm calling the police because I want to sleep. It's 3 a.m. I don't want to hear you guys fighting. So I can only imagine that's what her neighbors are experiencing right now. It's like we have this empty apartment next to us, and now these fucking drunk hoes are fighting. These white trash bitches from Toronto or wherever the fuck. So that's how she spent her birthday. Not much to be envious of. And she ended up going to... actually, no, she was live streaming soon after then. And I don't know if I don't think I have the video. I probably can't even show this on YouTube, but... she was live streaming, and then people in her chat started saying that she was ugly and shit. So she like takes a knife and she starts like slicing her cheeks, and someone ends up calling the police. The police show up, they handcuff her, and they bring her to a hospital. And she's sitting in the fucking hospital streaming, saying like, "Hey, I was detained by the police because I was self-harming on stream." And now she's kind of like cut everyone out from her life, and she's oh, and she did a video with some woman named Emily or Cece, and I think the prank video was, I don't remember what the prank actually was. It was called a prank video, but from what I saw, and I might have only saw a part of it, is that she was just being a fucking asshole to Cece the entire time. Like, they were sitting on the bed and they were playing Never Have I Ever. And like every time Cece said anything, Shawty was just being like a complete cunt to her. And supposedly she's like saying, "Oh, I was only being a complete cunt because it was a prank." So now she's like pissed off everyone around her. She moved out of her father's place and she misses him. She cut up her face a bit, got arrested for that, sent to the hospital, and then she live streamed herself at the hospital. And I believe do we have, I can't, all her videos are called like hi, so it's really hard to say like what this video is about. I swear that there was one. Oh, is this the, oh, you know what, I actually have this. I do have this. 1 second. The video, I had to archive this because she deleted it, I'm pretty sure. I think this video is probably too long to play on stream, but I just want to kind of look at it. Assuming my poor internet wants to hold up. Oh, that's right. I have this saved because it's in a format that I can't play on Firefox, which is what I use to stream. 1 second. What's the name of this video? 1816221. Oh, is it just in you? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Did I really not archive it with sound? There's no way I'm that dumb. I guess it doesn't matter that much because she doesn't say too much in it that I didn't cover. She's literally just at the hospital and she's explaining to the doctors there like why she was slicing up her face. And then she gets removed from the hospital because there's only so much they can do with her. And actually my computer is fucking dying on me because I have so much shit open. Oh, Explorer just crashed. Okay, while I'm rebooting Explorer, does anyone have a fun story? Rip Boogie. Why are people? I'm not entertaining that because I'm tired of people saying shit that's not true. It's not funny. Boogie is gonna live forever, you know. Dick Masterson's take on 230. He didn't have a take. He said something like, it wouldn't. I don't remember what he said, but it doesn't matter because he didn't say anything. He just had like this non-response, but he supports it being repealed, and it's only because he thinks it's a shot at the social media companies, and it's just not. Like, it's not going to change anything for social media. I mean, it'll change it for the worse, but not in a way that benefits anyone. It's not going to create competition. And then I had a response from some blue checkmark in the Republican Party saying like, actually, we already have competition, and it's Parler. And Parler just wrote into their terms of service that you're responsible for your post. Like, yeah, no fucking shit, but that's not going to change 230. And if it is as easy, if having 230 protections post 230 is as easy as just saying, well, you're liable for it, well, then Twitter's not going to be affected at all. Twitter's just going to update their terms of service exactly like Parler has. So it doesn't do anything. It potentially fucks everything up. And if that's true, then there's no point to it anyways. Well, whatever. Okay, I am a certified fucking retard and I did not archive this with sound. I cannot believe it. Ah, oh well. Here's her face. I'll just play her face actually. After all that struggle, I owe the fan zone Shawty crying. There's, like I said, there's not much to it. She's you can see the lacerations on her right cheek where she like just took a knife and like grazed herself. But you know, that's enough for an involuntary hold, I guess. And she's just there and she's talking to the she blames a lot of what she has wrong with her on alcoholism. She says that she's an addict, and I don't know if that's true or not. Like, but I haven't. She doesn't come across as someone who's an alcoholic. She's like a social drinker. Her main problem is that she is like a hoe. She makes enough money to live in like this really nice apartment. I want to say it is Toronto. But she's up in like a high-rise building, and she has a great view of the city, and she's paying like $2,000 a month for this apartment. It's like a one-bedroom in this, and it's like, how the fuck is Shawty making enough money off OnlyFans to live this kind of lifestyle? You know what I mean? She's a top one. This woman that I have on my screen right now is a top 1% creator on OnlyFans. And she makes enough money that she can allegedly support an alcohol addiction, which she claims is like $2,000 to $3,000 Canadian dollars a month, plus a $2,000 something a month rent, and whatever else she needs. How the fuck does she make enough money off that? Take notes, Ian. Yeah, no shit. Who pays to watch her? I don't know. Maybe it's black guys. Maybe it's like self-deprecating white guys. I really don't know. Because it is fucking staggering to think that she sells enough product to make money. She even said, like, at one point, she was in prison. She had gotten into a fight with someone, went to prison for a couple months, comes out of prison, And she says, like, when I got out of prison, I realized I had, several $1,000s piled up out of OnlyFans. So now, after that point, she started doing, like, her content creator binges where she would just hook up with black guys and say, like, oh, I'll fuck you, but you have to let me record it. Or you have to help me record it. And then that's her arrangement. And then she sells the videos of that on OnlyFans. And it apparently is lucrative enough that she's able to support a pretty high standard of living. Well, that's the Shawty update. I kind of feel bad for her. I have a soft spot for her, and I don't know why. I see her as someone who is very harmless. She doesn't come across as manipulative. And she has like childhood trauma. Her mom died of, I think, of cancer very early on. So I don't know. I do feel I don't hate her. Like, there are people I really fucking hate. Shawty is not one of them. She's very funny, and she's very self-aware that she's like gross. And it makes her more sympathetic than people like Chantal, who aren't self-aware at all and who think that they're beautiful. Though I kind of want to get this out of the way before I talk about Chantal, because I do want to talk about her. Just Bella Delphine. Okay, this month she started doing porn, right? And her mom has stopped talking to her. So she says here, and this is all I'm going to say about her, is that she had began sharing X-rated videos online, resulting in a sex tape on her OnlyFans account. Her mom is not pleased about this, and speaking on the Impulsive podcast, she said, "It's all awkward to my family, so fuck it. I've told my mom about it, and she's not happy. My partner side of this whole family, they're all know, and they're very weirdly chill about it. But my mom, we're not on talking terms at the moment," which is very, I mean, I would say it's sad if I didn't know that she was a South African Jew who is like grifting retarded men out of their money. Because in this tweet that she put out after she started doing porn, luckily for me, I don't have a dad. And honestly, you'd be surprised by how normalized this all becomes when you do it for a long time. I don't even feel that nervous getting into porn, which is very worrying. Everyone has sex. I'm just letting people watch. No biggie, IMO. So she got no dad, and mom don't want to talk to her. I hope the millions of dollars a month was worth it. Probably is. Because she's a South African Jew. What is it about the South Africans, by the way? Because the Tesla guy, Elon Musk, he's South African. Is it like the combat experience that you get being born in South Africa and makes you ready for like soulless entrepreneurship? Is that what I'm getting here? You should birth children in apartheid states where more than half the country hates you because of your race, and after growing up, you'll have the requisite lack of moral compass to become a soulless monopolist or whatever who can make PayPal. Never forget that Elon Musk made PayPal, and he made his money stealing from small businesses. And I guess she's still. I mean, I consider it stealing. People say, "Oh, stupid people deserve to have their money taken." I think the majority of the people who subscribe to Bella Delphine, and probably even like Shawty, but all the hoes on OnlyFans, I guarantee you, most of them have like mental health issues. Nobody normal and well-adjusted is paying for porn, especially not today. They have to have like some sort of developmental arrest. They have to be like genuinely addicted to pornography. In her case in particular, she tries to look like a young like preteen. So they might be like sexually arrested in that way as well. I just think there's something wrong with them. There's enough people that have fallen into this where they're giving her so much fucking money. And I don't know, I consider it exploitative. I don't know if that's a popular or unpopular opinion. Press 1 if you agree and it's exploitative. Press 2 if you think that stupid people, coomers, deserve to be robbed. Tally that up while I'm drinking my soda. The Greedy Dutchman, Rungel from the Netherlands, says 1 and 2. It is both exploitative and they deserve it. Very, very enlightened opinion. You don't care. I see a mix. It's about a fair mix. And I see a lot of people who have taken the enlightened centrism of one and two. You want to ban all apostrophe or asterisk orn, so you're in the minority. I don't know. That's becoming an increasingly popular opinion, I think, which is surprising. When I first started hearing like these new wave conservative calls to banning pornography, I thought that's super fringe. And actually, when I first heard it, I thought this is like the new conservatives becoming like the old conservatives when they had all the moral panics in the 80s and 90s, and that's going to lose a lot of momentum for the new conservative movement, because it's like people want their porn. But now I'm looking at it and I'm seeing a heightened sense of agreement with it. So maybe it's not a misstep or a blunder. People really seem to kind of despise porn, especially pornographers now. No man is an island. I would hope not. Australia banned hentai? That's not real. There's all sorts of like weird rumors about Australia banning stuff. I don't know why. It's been a thing for a while. I remember where in the mid 2000s they said that Australia banned lolicon, but the way that they said that they banned it was by banning any depiction of any pornographic depiction or video game character that had like a small breast size. So they determined age and like fertility based on cup size. And that was like a rumor that didn't actually happen. And for some reason people believed it. And I remember different image boards at the time had rules where they said like, sorry, we have Australian users. We can't have pornography with A cup sizes because that's lolicon there. And it's like, I looked it up. It was never a thing, but a lot of people believed it. So I don't know. I'm always reluctant to believe something when I hear that Australia bans something, because I've heard a lot of bullshit where people just commonly accepted that this thing that never happened actually happened. I thought that was the UK. No, see, this is what I mean. It's like the permutation of rumors where people just say shit, they make shit up, and then people believe it because it sounds plausible. And then years down the line, people are like, wait, that didn't actually happen? It's like the pornography version of the Mandela effect. Australia never banned small boobs? What? How did that happen? Okay. Let's talk about Chantal, my reigning favorite fat person. Chantal's funny because, or she's funny right now. Where'd my tab go? I had my tab open and everything. Oh no, I just had these images. Okay, just to give you a kind of overview, she had a health scare. She believed that she had a infection called C. diff, and she was having diarrhea. And of course, Chantal, who has a weird obsession with like farts and poop, could never stop talking about how she had diarrhea and had farts. And I don't know if this is like a feeder thing or actually, when it comes to like the poop stuff, that's just her. I don't know what the fuck it is, but she is so easily amused by anything having to do with like fart humor or poop humor. She is the most juvenile sense of humor I've ever seen. And but she talked about it endlessly, that she was having these issues, and she went to a doctor, and then she has a video where she's very somber. She's saying, guys, I went to the doctor and I have diabetes. And it's like, yes, of course you have diabetes. You're 500 pounds and 36-year-old, and you had cancer because you were too fat, and then you had your cancer taken out, including in your reproductive organs. And then you kept eating fast food, and then you had your gallbladder removed at some point, and you kept eating fatty food, and then you keep eating sugar, and yes, now you have diabetes, Chantal. That's what happens. So her first video where she has diabetes, she pricks herself, and the thing says that she has a blood sugar rate of 13. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about diabetes, thank God, and but I've been told that 7 is high. 13 is very high. And then she said, like, I'm gonna take this seriously, and it's gonna be hard because my diet's very restrictive now. There's only so much I can fucking do. I have to be careful with fatty foods because my gallbladder is fucked up. I have a liver condition right now. I have to be careful with that. I have diabetes. I have to watch my carbs and my sugars, and she's going on and on about how she's going to take it one step at a time, and she's mostly focused on losing weight, and she's going to do it the right way by not being restrictive, and she's just going to reduce her intake. So even though she might eat bad food, she won't eat too much of it and will lose weight and will be healthier for it. That didn't last at all because she had a stream on New Year's Eve, which I happened to see some of because the people next door had a fucking boombox right up against my wall, and I didn't want to. Normally I would complain. I would bang on their fucking door, but on New Year's Eve, I felt merciful, and I said, fuck it, I might as well just put up with it and watch some Chantal. She's decided to entertain me this joyous New Year's Eve. And she's eating Taco Bell. She's eating chips. She's drinking. She has a liver issue, but whatever, drink. Well, it's New Year's Eve, right? And halfway through her stream, which was quite long, she decides, oh, that's right, I'm diabetic. I have to take my blood sugar. And her blood sugar came out to 15.1, which, again, I don't know much about diabetes. I've never lived with someone who's diabetic, but I've been told that 15.1 is incredibly fucking high. And her smile, her carbonation grimace back there is really just fantastic. It really tops. There's something about her face which it makes me irrationally angry because she's just like so smug, like, yeah, I'm killing myself. Tee hee hee. I'm so quirky. I'm so quirky with the slow death that I'm inducing in myself. Here's another screenshot. She's drinking Bacardi. It's only a little bottle, but probably a bit more than you should have. Well, then again, she's real fucking fat. You would need like 2 or 3 liters of rum for her to even feel a buzz, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Here's her just knocking it back. I read a comment that said something like, she looks like a disco ball wearing that sequin dress, and that's a pretty apt description. Oh. And this. This is a profile shot that she had at one point. Isn't that just wonderful? What a woman, guys. How dainty can you possibly be? Also, she's been living with Pete in that house for like weeks now, and it's just complete, like, there's just shit all over the place. Nothing's hung up, nothing's put away. There's boxes and garbage on the fucking ground. The cats are like, when she walks around, you can see the cats are hanging out on like boxes that she never actually put up or put away anywhere. So I don't have a screenshot to show this properly, but if you look at Chantal and Pete's, they're kind of like meeting halfway, and he's starting to look more and more like Chantal every time I see him. He's got like the same kind of hair, the same kind of like bald line. He's getting super fat, so his cheeks are getting bigger and his eyes are getting more inset. He's really just starting to look like her. And I've always heard that pets and their owners start to look alike, so I suppose that's apropos. Oh, someone remind me, who is this comic book character that he has a t-shirt of? It's like one of those new girl power ones, and I kind of want to bring up and see what she looks like, because I have a theory that she looks like a lesbian. And I have this theory because he's a comic book nerd, right? And he's fat, and he's like super progressive and super political. Jubilee, I think that sounds right. And for some reason, guys like that just have the biggest fucking lesbian fetish ever. Oh yeah, perfect. I don't know if this is like fan art or something. Yeah, perfect. That matches the description perfectly. I really don't know what it is. Why do guys at a certain point just get like a lesbian fetish? when they become like sufficiently paused, they're just like, I want to be a woman and I want to have a relationship with a real woman. And if I can't get that, then I'll have like a transbian to trans relationship. And because the first time I recognized this was with Andrew Dobson. I don't know if you guys, he was a really popular locale like back when the forum was brand new, but he also had this really overt lesbian fetish because his main character of his comic strip was a woman, and she was a lesbian. She had a lesbian relationship, like an interracial lesbian relationship, and this was back in 2013. And I've always thought that he's like one step away from tuning out. He's one euphoric dress moment away from like going completely overboard. And I feel the same way about Pete's. That he's like that same kind of person. I don't know what it is about comics either, because Andrew Dobson was also a huge comic book fan, and Pete's is supposedly like the biggest X-Men expert on the fucking planet. So I don't know. Anyways. That's all that's going on with Chantal. She's fucking diabetic and she's still acting exactly the same. I'm sure her thoughts were, this is my last hurrah, we're ending the year, gonna start fresh over on the 1st, and 2021 is gonna be my year. So I might as well have some fucking Bacardi and eat whatever the fuck I want. If Pete's does turn out, that would be fucking hilarious. Just gonna say it. Okay, I'm gonna play a little bit of this apology video, and then I'll give some backface onto it. And I would like preload it with explanation, but I have to pee, so we're gonna watch it first. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, this video has been a long time coming, and this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but 2020 has been an awful year for everybody, and I want to go into next year knowing that I have said my piece. I've told you guys exactly what's going on. As my fans, you guys deserve to know what's going on, and I hope this video helps you understand everything better, and I want to apologize for the things that I've done. I'll try and make this video as short as I can so I don't keep you guys here too long. I don't want this video to be excused as an excuse or victimizing myself or anything like that. I just want to give you guys my thoughts. This is no more PR teams, no more anything like that. This is just Craig. This isn't Mini Lad. This is Craig talking, and I want to be as transparent as possible. But I wanted to explain through exactly what happened, the reason why I did it, and go from there. There was 2 people involved in the situations. Those names were Hallie and Ash. I'll be taking them individually. They happened around the same time, and I wanted to just go through it with you guys. The first person that I wanted to talk about was Hallie. A lot of people think that these people were random fans that I got in contact with, but both Hallie and Ash, these are people who are my friends. Hallie I've known for a long time.
Has he said anything of note, chat? I just got back. So this guy is named Mini Lad. I forgot his name, and I think the joke is that he has a small penis because there's a picture of him in gray sweatpants, and you can't see his penis at all. So everyone said, "Oh, he's showing these girls his Mini Lad." And I'll save you the video. I wanted to play just a little bit of it so you can get like his posture. But I watched this and I had no fucking idea who he was, what he had done, and what this video was about. And I took kind of notes about it. And he said, basically in his video, which is called My Apology, he confesses that everything was true. He doesn't even try to deny it. He titles the video My Apology, but I don't think he ever actually apologizes at any point. And he blames everything on being depressed. So whatever, and yes, he's British. He's British. A little Nazi British, and he says anything is because he was super sad and he was having conversations with a 16 and a 17-year-old girl, and he had the bad headspace argument. And then the accusations that he had been sexting and trying to arrange meetups with these girls came out months and months ago, like at the start of the year or the middle of the year. and he only just now addressed them. And it's kind of like a why thing. Why would this guy choose to address these sexual misconduct allegations almost at least half a year after they were relevant? And I'm thinking either it got hot again, like his community started asking questions because he never, and I almost want to say he never addressed them, but he did address them. He made another video months ago about the issue. He made a community post months ago about the issue, and now he's addressing it again. And I think the entire reason for it is the pyrocynical shit. Because Pyrocynical had an incident where he was doing gay, furry, brap, fat, like just disgusting gay RP with underage boys. And then he put out an apology video saying, I'm just a sick fuck. I'm just a sick fuck and I enjoy furry farts. And, you know, the age of the farter, the age of the big, sweaty, fat furry doesn't matter to me. I'm just a degenerate. I'll fuck anything that moves. And everyone was like, you go, sick, strange man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't depend on the age of the child here. It's just anyone fat and stinky, this pyrocynical will fuck them. And now this guy is like, oh yeah, if pyrocynical can put out his video and everyone's like, oh, you go boy, I'll do mine. I gave my opinion on pyrocynical a while ago. I don't like, there's a back and forth right now where it's like Turkey Tom put out his video and then pyrocynical put out a video and everyone liked pyrocynical's videos. So Turkey Tom put out another video where he's basically saying like pyrocynical isn't like refuting anything. He's just saying that it doesn't matter. And then pyrocynical or someone else put out like another video. So there's been like a huge back and forth, and I don't give a fuck about any of that. Because as I said initially, when I commented on this, when I just brushed it over, I just said, like, gay people are their own thing. As far as I'm concerned, gay people, once they hit like an age of maturity and they decide I'm a homosexual, they're on their own. You can't protect gay people from themselves because they'll start fucking when they're like 14, like Milo Yiannopoulos did. And then, you know, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to say, oh, you know, he's getting abused. No, gay people are like their own thing, and we can only protect normal people from weird degenerate shit. I can't look at the pyrocynical situation and then look at a boy who was having ERP as like a fat brap hog at like 16 and think, oh, what a victim. What a victim. He was groomed. He was groomed by pirates. No, he's gay. That's the core issue, and you can't really fix that. So I don't care. I can only look at this guy and say this guy is an actual groomer because his MO was obvious. The women he was talking to were Twitch mods. So what he would do is he would find girls who were underage and that he was attracted to, and he would promote them to positions in his community. He would shower them in gifts that way, tell them that they're special, and then he would try to fuck them. And I think the only reason, because this happened a while ago, the only reason why these girls ended up telling their story is that they discovered that they weren't in fact special, and he was doing this to multiple people. So I think when you see like a grooming story, and it's like these fat tattooed bitches who have like daddy issues, saying like, I just want to get my story out there because there might be other girls out there who need to be told that this is not okay, and it happened to me too. I think anytime you see that, what's actually happening is that the girl is angry that she was not in fact special, and the whole facade about caring what other people think, that is her being like upset that she had been cheated on in this kind of obtuse roundabout way. That's my opinion. Anyways, so he goes through this video, and black pill take, but the correct one. Thank you. Getting groomed is pretty cringe. His actual like conversations with these girls is also super cringe because he's crying about his ex-girlfriend, and it's like, bro, number one, no woman on the face of the fucking planet ever wants to hear you talk about your ex. There's no one, not a single woman on the planet who wants to hear you talk about your ex. Number two, there is no 16-year-old girl on the planet who wants to confide in an older man. The whole daddy thing where like young girls go after older guys, that's them wanting like a father figure, and daddy didn't fucking cry about his ex. So man up. That's probably why, despite all the money he has, he only had 2 because he's a pussy and people aren't attracted to him. And he's a ginger. He's got no eyebrows. And he's got a fucking weird handlebar mustache and chin strap, beard growing in, and he looks disgusting. What was I talking about? Oh, and then he mentioned somewhere in this video that he's talking about I kind of want to find it. It'll probably be a waste of time to try and find this, but hopefully I can. Because
it's all I know. It's what I love. It's my passion. It's what I wake up every day and I love to do. And I realized over the last even few years that I just haven't put the love and attention into it than, you know, what I want. I want it to be like a portfolio of the cool things that I've done. And as much as I know that through this I've broke your guys' trust.
Fuck off. Say the funny thing.
My PR team said not to message them, but these were my friends.
He flat out mentions that this video is a construction of a paid PR team, and I don't understand, like, why would you mention that? Why would you mention that you paid people to write your apology video? You know what I mean? You know, it kind of makes me go one of two ways. Either because no PR team would say, oh, mention, by the way, that this is not a heartfelt apology and that it's a construct of a paid image management consultancy group. No PR team on the planet would say that. So either A, the apology was supposed to end right here, and the next 2.5 minutes are his own diatribe where he added his own shit to his own detriment, or he didn't actually hire a PR team, but for some reason mentioned he did because he feels that would make him sound more professional and like he was taking this more seriously. Like, oh, I hired a PR consultancy team to write this bullshit because I understand that I've done something really wrong and I need to take the appropriate steps to right the ship. And it almost sounds like that's a possibility. Like he thought it would be more impressive to people if he said that he did hire a PR team. But I really don't know. It's a terrible thing to bring up if you're trying to make what comes across as a heartfelt apology. I'm sure Pyrocynical, in his masterful video where he somehow managed to completely avoid culpability, had a real PR team who intelligently decided to mention or leave out mentioning that there were a PR team involved. Have I ever seen a black cough? Yes, I have. Oh, and the video itself has a 50% ratio on likes to dislikes. What's really interesting about him, though, is that, like, I don't know anything about Minilad. Like, I could not possibly give less of a fuck about his content. Like, anytime I see a man who has, like, selfies of him standing in front of audio foam like this, I instinctively don't trust them. I don't know what it is about that audio foam, but it almost feels like I know that professional studios and shit will have audio foam to make sure that there's no echoes and stuff. Like, my audio is fucking atrocious because I don't have any good. I'm using a Yeti in front of a concrete wall, so I'm sure and I'm puffing. I don't have a thingy. I don't have a doodad on my mic, so I go, and everyone can hear that. And then I cap out my mic all the fucking time. My audio is just horrendous. So I understand the desire to have audio foam, but I feel like when people have audio foam behind them like that, they're trying to show off that they take it seriously. And that, to me, is disingenuous. It's like, why are you trying to convince me that you care about your audio quality? I don't give a fuck. Put up a poster or something. Put up a green screen behind you so I can Photoshop you in jail or something funny like that. I don't care about your audio foam. So when I see the audio foam, I think that they are trying to come across more professional than they are. Just like mentioning a PR team in your apology video, trying to come across as professional. Fuck people like that. Okay, and he had a Chinese She looks like a Happa. Ooh, she has a gauge. Ooh, I didn't even see that. She's wearing like a white gauge so that you don't notice that she has a gauge. But she looks Happa. She could be Chinese or some shit. She looks like, you know what? Considering that he's English, I bet you she's half Hong Kong and half English, and she got brought up. Whatever. Anyways, my point is that they were dating and then they broke up. And he put out a statement that was not 7 minutes long, by the way. It was like a couple sentences saying that we grew apart and we need time to, don't talk about this, please. Just give us some space. Like that kind of a message. But I think he has a stronger chin than he does. Exactly. Someone pointed that out and said that they should, if they had kids, he might have inherited her jaw genes if they were lucky. If those kids were lucky. If they were lucky, they would look chinky and not gingery. But she broke up with him, and she broke up with him in, I want to say January. I have a quote somewhere. Sorry, I guess I don't have a quote. I think they broke up in January, and this all broke in June. And there's a bit of a theory that she found out about it, that he was texting girls, and like supposedly it didn't happen while they were together, but that's unlikely, and that's why they broke up. So just a tidbit. I don't know why YouTubers do it. They all do it where they get into a relationship and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll ruin my life. I'm gonna go sex underage girls because I'm a alpha Chad. I got audio foam and a PR team and a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers. I'm like a rock star. I can fuck whoever I want and do meth on stream and get chicks pregnant. And I will suffer no repercussions for my actions because I'm fucking Jesus Christ reincarnated. So, if my advice to anyone would be, if you become a YouTuber, become a PewDiePie, and don't become a pyrocynical or a mini lad. PewDiePie did hook up with one of his fans, Marzia, but he picked, like, they got engaged like super early into his career, and he didn't fuck around behind her back, so it's maintained. It's been like a beneficial relationship for like a decade now. So if you're gonna be a YouTuber and you're gonna fuck a fan, be a PewDiePie and don't be a mini lad, because you're gonna fuck up everything. I'm not you do that. Okay, I'm gonna need chat's help for this. You ready? I'm going to need everyone's cooperation and helping me do my stream for me, because I haven't a fucking clue about this Apollo guy. I don't even have a picture of him, to be honest with you. So there's a guy called Apollo Legend. I don't even know his name. I know literally nothing about this. I apologize. It's just, I do have to talk about it because there's no fucking way I'm going to mention this next week. You know what I mean? Here's what I do know. He was a YouTuber and he had a pretty strong following, and I think he was interested in speedrunning, and at some point in his life he did a video on someone named Billy Mitchell, and I want to say I've seen a documentary about Billy Mitchell, because I don't know if this is true, but it seems possible. It was a documentary about a Donkey Kong high score, and he had this guy did it all on camera, and he won it like in person, had the new high score. Did it to get this high score, you have to sit unabated for 8 hours playing Donkey Kong, and he got the high score. And then Billy Mitchell submitted in like a VHS tape that was edited, had cuts and shit, and they still accepted that as like the Donkey Kong high score. And it was this big scandal where people said that this guy cheated to get his high score. Am I right though? The King of Kong, is this the name of the documentary? And Billy Mitchell was the guy who cheated the other guy out of the high score table, right? Yeah, okay. So I knew about this before I had even heard of Apollo Legend. Apollo Legend was just some YouTuber who did a video about Billy Mitchell. Because apparently Billy Mitchell is like this larger than life, complete fucking douchebag. And I mean, I've seen messages from him, and he just looks utterly insufferable. He dresses like a fucking nonce. He wears obnoxious fucking ties. I really want to punch him in the fucking face because he just is aggravating to comprehend that he exists, because his face is so rage-inducing. But Billy Mitchell, after Apollo Legend put out this video accusing Billy Mitchell essentially of stealing the world champion score for Donkey Kong, Billy Mitchell sued him for defamation for $1 million. And I want to say that he lost it. I also want to say that I think they settled out of court. No, I think he did lose it. And then Apollo Legend was going to sue him for damages, for attorney's fees. And Billy Mitchell and him ended up settling out of court. But at the time, Apollo Legend had crowdfunded money for this countersuit, had raised tens of thousands of dollars to do so. And then supposedly he did refund it once they settled out of court. But I've heard some people were very angry about this. I don't know if he actually resolved that debt or if he took the money and ran. But I've heard both stories. I do want to say he refunded it. I've heard that, and I would believe that because that seems like the right thing to do. So after that, was Apollo Legend himself a speedrunner? He did refund all the money. Thank you, monkey. Pussy ass bitch. Yeah, he should have taken it and ran. That's what a Chad Alpha would have done. That's what Billy Mitchell would have done. Okay, so he was a speedrunner, and from what I understand, he was like the biggest fucking asshole in the planet. And he had all these different fights with people, and then he killed himself. They found him dead in his apartment, and I've actually not watched this video before, so I'm tempted to just watch it live on air. Because this guy, okay, this video, I should be careful with this, because this video got deleted off YouTube for promoting suicide. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do this. Hold up. Suicide is bad. Do not kill yourself. I love you. Okay. Do it like this. Okay. Now I'm obviously not promoting suicide. So I should be safe to watch this video, right? I think so. I think that's how it works. We'll watch it. It's 7 minutes long. I'll watch it until I get bored. Because what I've been told is that in this video, he actually just blames everyone for him killing himself. He said it's everyone else's fault, and he names people, and he basically says you should feel bad that I'm killing myself because you've treated me wrong. So I'm really interested in seeing that. Let's watch it together, chat.
It's crazy, man. So I really don't want to record this video, but I know that I have to.
I'm not gonna blow it up because I want the filters to fuck off. This is my final
video, and this is the end of my life. Now I know this is gonna be kind of shocking for some people, and so that's why I'm recording this video to hopefully explain to you guys why this happened as best as I can. What you guys have to understand is that for really my whole life, I've had to deal with serious physical illness, serious mental illness, as well as some pretty terrible past experiences. And it's finally hit me where I've realized that this is not something that is going to go away. You know, people say go get help like it's just something you do. You just like walk through a door and you go, "Hi, I'm here for the help." It's not how it works, at least not for me. I have gone to doctors. I have done lots of research about nutrition and exercise, and I've been put on different medications. I've been taking 4 different medications for about a year now. I still continue to get worse, and that's just how it is. It's finally clicked where I've realized, because I would kind of like zigzag up and down my whole life, where I would.
I do want to. That is true, to an extent. It's a weird interjection, but it is difficult to navigate the American healthcare system. Like, if you really want to get help for something, how do you find a doctor? I've never been to a doctor in my life in the U.S. Like, if you think you have sleep apnea, how do you actually find a doctor who is not going to bankrupt you? How do you find a doctor who's actually going to give a fuck about your health, right? I would have no idea where to start. And I have like family in healthcare, and I don't think that they know either. So you just make an appointment. I can imagine how it is difficult for someone who's never had interactions with the healthcare system to like say, yeah, I'm chop-suey-cide, right? And I need help. Like, where would you start? Especially for suicidal people, because they're like so aimless and lack motivation to do shit. So I feel bad for him on that regard. Call Keemstar. Exactly. Here's what you do if you need help and you are a big YouTuber, right? You put out a tweet saying, I'm chop suey. I'm very chop suey right now, and I'm sad. And then Keemstar will be like, bro, I love you, bro. Let me help you, bro. And then you call him, and then Keemstar will legit sort you out. But then you have to pay the piper. You have to pay Keemstar in terms of like, yeah, Keemstar is actually not like a cyberbully. His drama alert, that isn't actually cyberbullying like the Kiwi Farms is. Keemstar cares. He's just telling the news. And then Keemstar will be satisfied by that silver, the shekels that you give him in terms of clout, and you won't be chop suey anymore. That is what I would do if I was a big YouTuber, and I wasn't me. I don't think I could do that. I think if I tweeted at Keemstar and I said, hey, I'm chop suey, he'd be like, good, go fucking Calamine, motherfucker.
I would learn something about nutrition or whatever, and then I'd start feeling better. But then I would always crash back down even lower. And it's finally registered where I finally realized this is not something that's gonna...
Wait, he was legitimate friends with Keem. Why? Okay, here's a question. Then why does everyone around Keemstar kill themselves? Because Etika did it, and now this guy did it, and Keemstar seems all upset about it, or at least tweeting like he is. What's the correlation there, chat? The Keem body count.
Get better. This is not something that I mean, it's not even just one thing. We're talking multiple serious conditions that cannot be cured. Not only can they not be cured, they're gonna keep getting worse my whole life. And it's to the
what
point
health
where
condition
I'm
did
gonna
he
end up in
have?
the hospital pretty soon. And I hate hospitals. I'm not gonna do that. I would rather just leave while I still have some dignity. I mean, my quality of life is like completely gone. It's
scoliosis.
It's really bad. It's really bad. I'm not going to go into each individual thing, but it's like, you go down the list of things, it's actually kind of funny because it's like so terrible. Like, I look at it, I'm like, how is that even possible? And so that's really why I'm making the video, because I know people are going to feel bad. People are going to feel guilty. I know that this is going to be probably the most damaging thing I've ever done, which is not how I want to go out. And that's why I've stuck around for so long. I would have left a lot earlier, except I know that this will hurt people, and that's why I really tried to stick around and figure it out. I really did. This isn't... Yeah, I don't know what else to do. But I just want people to understand this doesn't have to do with a lack of love. Lots of people love me. More people love me probably than, I have more people who love me probably than most people. So I have nothing to complain about that. Most people have been very kind to me.
Humble brag. We have the most love.
yeah, even though I feel like I kind of got screwed on several fronts, on the whole, people have been very nice to me, and so I have to be thankful for that. And this has nothing to do with you. This isn't. I don't want people thinking that, oh, maybe if I had called him, he'd still be here. It would not have made any difference. I have lots of people constantly reaching out to me, lots of friends, family. That's not the problem. And I'm not doing this because of the stupid people online, you know, who constantly go after me. That comes with the territory. I understand that. Even though it did get to me for a while. I forgot. The only reason I had success on YouTube to begin with was because I stopped caring what people thought. And then somewhere along the line, I started caring again. But I guess I just needed to be reminded not to care.
When does he start blaming people? If I was told, and I listened to an 8-minute long chop suey video, because I was told that this man starts naming names, and this does not happen, I'm going to be very upset.
That's no reason to make a decision like this. I know that. And so this doesn't have to do with them. This doesn't have to do with anyone really, except for me. So there's really nothing I can say except I'm sorry and thank you for everything you've done for me. If you want to do anything, this is the worst. I feel the worst about this, but if you want to do anything for me, consider giving my family $1, because I have unpaid taxes, which I feel terrible about, because I know that's gonna go to my family. But I just cannot. I told myself I gotta at least do that before I leave, right? I can't leave my family with taxes, but I can't even. My mind and body.
Of course, I did no
broken.
research.
I'm constantly in pain. In several different ways. I'm completely dysfunctional and it's getting worse. I just can't do it. I'm out. I have nothing left to give. There's like, whatever willpower I had is all gone. I'm just empty. And so I'm really sorry about that. If you have $1 to give, I know not a lot of people have extra money right now, but if you can give $1 to my family, they would really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it. I'm sure there'll be other, costs as well. I'm gonna give my YouTube channel to my family, but I'm also gonna have them give the password to Tom the Bomb and Glad Jonas, if you guys don't mind. Just because I just don't want people thinking now that I'm gone, it's like a free-for-all and you can just file whatever nonsense copyright claim or whatever else. So if you guys don't mind just having the account in case something happens.
Wait, what?
I guess that's all I have to say.
Yeah, okay, there it is.
Thank you.
I'll
all
let him
so
finish.
much,
There's only
really,
40 seconds
really.
left, but...
I love you all. If you want to do anything else for me, just tell someone you love them. Tell one person.
I already did. I threw that up on the big
really
screen.
Is the greatest gift you can give me.
So everyone would know.
I think I'll end it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Love you all, and I'll see you on the other side.
So apparently what I was referring to is actually in the description. So this is the video description for 15 people thumbs down to suicide video when this was archived. What an asshole. I love you all. Thank you to Dark Viper and Easy Escape for giving me the final push I need. Okay, again, I didn't do any research because I woke up at 2 p.m. What am I supposed to do? Cram? I did try, actually. I crammed as best I could. Are those like actual people who are assholes to him that he is actually blaming for his suicide? So yeah, tell me, chat. I'm reading. I tried to hold myself back in the video, but I can't help it. People have no clue what I deal with every day. When I Dark Viper and Easy Escape are SJWs that did a hit piece on him. And, Did they delete the article after it came out? Josh is the laziest man in the world. That's true. I'm also very fucking busy. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm doing shit from when I wake up to when I go to bed. I don't get paid for this. I just do it because I enjoy. It's cleansing for the soul. To spend an hour or two pouring my heart out to the fan zone, exploring content, and you're all looking at this like, I spent all Christmas Eve watching this guy's suicide video and reading the description, and I know everything about this guy and the people who murdered him in cold blood with their yellow journalism, and I can't believe motherfucker, I was working on the site. I was listening to my neighbors have a party. I was doing things, okay? I have a large net to cast. When I was about 5 years old, my dad threw me on the ground and covered my mouth and nose to the point where I couldn't breathe and screamed into my face because I wanted to play some game that he was playing and how he treated us every day. And that's how he treated us every day. I couldn't even tell that story without crying until I was 18 or so. I have scoliosis, which causes my back, hips, and shoulders to ache constantly. I'm sick every day. I throw up often. My medicine makes me vomit, but then if I don't take it, I vomit. My body is completely useless. I can't do anything. I'm completely out of my mind. All my thoughts are so painful and aggravating, and because I'm mentally ill, everything I say online gets used to make me look like a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I'm under incredible stress. Try living with this much pain, and let's see the decisions you make. That's the only stuff I'm comfortable talking about, but there is more that's even worse. Well, you're killing yourself. Why would you not... Like, why would you withhold information that you found relevant if you're going to take your life? The speedrun community are such hypocrites. They pretend to care so much about everyone's feelings, and then in the same video, they call you retarded scum. I know I expose people for cheating, but I never said anything like that. They tell me they agree with me privately, then they publicly betray me. Everybody, but God, he sounds kind of bitchy there. If I complained about my life all the time, then I bet they see me as relatable. But because I try to push through it and act normal, they hate me. My greatest thanks to Tom, Jonas, Nick, Brand, Sunfloro, Tipster, and Keem for being great friends, even if I didn't give you a reason. That's sad. Chop-suey fixes sadness. That'll do. I was just going to say, if I was going to chop suey, I would not be like, oh, I don't want to talk about things. I have to be reserved. Everybody betray me. I fed up with this world. That's what this sounds like. The second paragraph especially. I don't know. I don't know him. I can only feel like so bad for someone I don't know and who's kind of seems like a dick and is like yelling at people and cursing people's names as they kill themselves, and then is going to make poor police officers, we love our cops, we love our police, right? Come to his house and like clean up the mess that he makes on New Year's Eve. But I'm sure they're used to it. I'm sure he wasn't the only one who killed himself on New Year's. Talk shit about Luna. I don't think I can. I don't think I can show you anything about Luna Slater because she's like a gross meth hoe. And if I even try, I'm going to get banned for showing pornography. Let me check, actually, and see if there's actually a synopsis that I can. I don't know too much about Luna Slater. I think she's like a heroin addict. And, she is getting evicted from her house right now. I can't show you guys any of this. She's like putting out horrific pornography. She has like the most cellulite I've ever seen carried on a human body before. Oh God, can I show this? What is this? Okay, I think I can. Yeah, there's no nudity. I'll try and play this. Again, I didn't know preparation for this. Don't expect a great stream. Why is this not archived on the site directly? Oh, I guess it is. Wait, no, it's not. So this is from Luna saying, here's how people who work at the Mental Health Association
I like your sarcasm.
treat people. The head of the program said, have fun being homeless. And I was perfectly polite saying, hello, how are you doing, when they walked in, and she was immediately rude and disgustingly uncaring for a program that acts like they want to help mentally ill people get housing.
Squat here. I've been here for 2.5 years.
Exactly, and that's her fault.
Oh, well,
That's her
that's your
fault. This
fault
is the
as well.
first time. It's not my fault. I was the first time I saw you.
Your whole program was too lazy to come in here and even check if we were here.
First of all, don't talk to me. Not you or you.
We can
Because
talk
I'll
to
just
you. I'm
call
allowed to
the
talk to you.
police. Period.
For what? What did we do?
Period. You don't belong here. You know it's not
You
your
have to
apartment.
put paper on the wall. You gotta put paper on the door.
I don't even know who the
It
hell
doesn't
you
matter.
are.
You do-
I don't. It's happening. Don't worry.
This is MHA.
Don't
What a
worry.
great organization.
Don't worry. It's happening.
Yeah, take care of an
Don't
old.
worry.
Take
Don't
care of some old
worry.
drug
It's
addict whose life is
happening.
over.
When you're living on the street, enjoy it.
Wow,
I have
those
$30,000.
are really.
Base.
Hold it. Take the
It's gonna replay
I
that.
don't. It's happening. Don't worry.
This is MHA.
Don't
What a
worry.
great organization.
Don't worry. It's happening.
Yeah, take care of an old.
Don't worry.
Take
Don't
care of some old
worry.
drug
It's
addict whose life is
happening.
over.
When you're living on the street, enjoy it.
Wow,
I have
those
$30,000. Fuck you.
those are really.
Whatever. So then take the $10,000
Really?
and go get
Yeah.
an apartment. This
It's
is
not that
your
easy. It's not that simple. You don't have a
I
job.
rent apartments every day.
No,
Oh,
I
really?
rent apartments
You
every
know
day.
what? You find me an
And
apartment
we
today,
asked to
I will
speak to
fucking.
you. We asked to speak to you. You didn't want to talk to us.
Me?
I'm not talking to you. You.
I said I would talk to you.
And then you
just
weren't.
not
We
right
had a
when I
whole
was waking
appointment
up.
set up. You didn't want to talk to us.
I
We
said I would
tried.
talk to you, just not right when I had just
No
woken
problem.
up.
Just please don't talk to me.
I will talk to you if I want to talk
And
to
I'm gonna ignore you. That's what I'm gonna do.
you. You're a rude person.
What? Good.
MHA is a horrible
Good.
program.
You're
You,
rude.
you care
You're rude.
more about people whose lives are
You're
over
rude.
than people
You're
whose lives are
rude.
just
You're
beginning.
rude.
Stop
You're
interrupting
rude.
me.
You're rude.
Stop interrupting me.
You're rude.
You are an immature.
You're rude.
Are you 5 years old?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You are so immature.
Good. What about this mic?
This is
What
great.
wrong with
It's
you?
broken. Take it.
Not talking to you.
Wait a minute, because it started working again. Let me check it.
Stone. What
Hiding.
You alright?
Where'd she go? I didn't see her go out from under our legs. Where's my cat?
So I guess the woman, the black woman is from the Mental Health Association. And I'm guessing based on what she's saying is that she got housing for one of them, probably the woman, Luna, and her husband's or boyfriend or crackhead dealer or whatever is there without permission, squatting essentially. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm going to have to evict you because you're not listening to our guidelines. But she's like the embodiment of the fucking yes meme. Everything Luna says, she's just like, yeah. It's like, you're rude. She's like, yeah, I am. Fuck you, bitch. It's like, you're 5 years old. Like, yes, I am. Exactly. It's like everything she says, it doesn't matter what she tries to insult her with. She's just like, yeah, and fuck you, which is pretty great. That's why black people get what they want and you guys don't. Because when people say like, oh, you're racist, you go, no. I would never say anything racist. I'm just pointing to it. It's just the FBI crime statistics, guys. It's fact. It's not racist if it's fact. And she's like,
That's your
This is
fault
the
as well.
first time. It's not my fault. I was the first time I saw
Your
you.
whole program was.
and that's why that's alpha Chad energy. that's right energy. Why would you care what some junkie thinks about you? Exactly. All right. I'm glad you brought up Luna Slater because that was funnier than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. But I never looked at it before. I wish I could. I can't show you guys the. You know what? Let me. If there's no nudity, I'm gonna show you guys this just because I can. Because I am a powerful person. Okay. Look at it, chat. Oh, is this gonna play? Yes, it is. Okay. Check out. There's I did a video on what's his face Justin RPG, and he's singing a song with Reshiram called "Love Each Other," And he's saying it's like, it doesn't matter that I'm with a Pokemon and people think that's weird that I'm and married to a Pokemon as long as we love each other, love each other, love each other. But the way he's saying it, because he has autism, is he's saying it like, it doesn't matter as long as we flub each other, flub each other, flub each other. And if I had to find a visual representation of what flub each other looks like, it would be this woman's ass, because that is both flubby and chuddery, and visually appalling. So that's what that's the first thing I think of looking at it. I hope my avant-garde reference wasn't too detached for people. I know I have the best memes. I can't. Okay, and the other thing I can't show anyone is here. Actually, let me ask someone for some help. Fuck well. Oh, people are sending me stuff. He blames people in description. Saggy's hospital video sound is in our thread now. If you need it. I'm past that. Okay, we'll watch this. I don't know what this is, but we'll watch it. This is about the Apollo, and then I want to talk about iDubbbz' girlfriend because it's funny.
Refunding every person who wants their money back from donating to.
Wait. I can't help but think, maybe I'm retarded, but that font looks a lot like Quattrocinto, which is the font that I use on the forum. I mean, it is just a serif font, but if that is Quattrocinto, I'm gonna be pissed. Motherfucker can't use my font.
The GoFundMe, I would have never created this video, but Apollo needs to be held responsible for this. He effectively scammed over 1,000 people for $28,000.
This was October 11th, and this is regular. Easy Escape accuses Apollo Legend of donation scam. Rush 58 from October 11th, 2020.
And potentially use the money for the opposite purpose that it was raised for. I'm sure
I
not
care
every
about
person
fonts.
that
Fuck
donated
you,
wants
Japanese
their money
name.
back.
This mother Japanese name motherfucker, weeaboo motherfucker, telling me that I can't take umbrage with someone using my font, which is my font. I did not download it off Google Fonts and then customize it a little bit by replacing the tilde. I did not do that. It is my font. I own it.
And doesn't mind that he used it in the settlement, but this is more about the principle. Apollo promised that he would refund everyone, didn't do it, and has remained silent on the issue since he fled from YouTube. Not only this, but what if Billy ends up filing a lawsuit against Carl Jobs and we need to raise money for his defense? How will the community ever trust us again when the last time this happened, the person they raised funds for ran off with the money?
What am I looking at? I don't understand what's happening. Where are these clips up? What is this video? Well, if this video, I'm gonna say, if this video calls him to chop suey, he fucking deserved it. What kind of mental fortitude? This is like a nightmare. This is like a bad dream. It's like a collage of random irrelevant shit. Oh! Yes. That's not the video. What? It's just okay, it's just apparently it's just speedrunner infighting. I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, but if this is your life, fuck you. Someone God, I hope I have this video actually. I'm gonna dig it out of my fucking history. Is what I'm gonna do. Nick Fuentes. Here, this. I saw this video today from Overpaid, my CPC overlord, who fucking makes sure I have all the talking points directly from Xi Jinping regarding China. He posted this video about speedrunning, and it's old, but we're gonna watch it because it's really pathetic. I'm gonna skip this part because he's playing fucking GoldenEye or some shit, and he's on this damn mission, and I was told that it's like a super weird thing where you can get, it was 53 seconds was like the maximum possible, and people thought it was impossible to get lower than 53 seconds on this map, and they've been trying for 15 years, and only with the exact precise random occurrences could you get lower than 53 seconds, and then he beats it, and it's 52 seconds, and what does he say? Really? Why is it not playing? My computer stroking out again. I did all that wonderful build up, and I got cucked out of my video.
I can't even play anymore tonight after that.
I'm so excited. It's ending. The cutscene's playing. What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
What's the score gonna be, chat? It's 52 seconds. He did the impossible. He's Kuman. He's Kuman. He's so happy. He didn't think it was possible. He's like legit spazzing out, right? And I've been told, okay, it's like, as I said, you need like a specific set of events to get 52 seconds on this map. And someone said that he has attempted this 135,000 times over 110 live stream for years, trying to get 52 seconds on this map so that he would hold the high score for James Bond GoldenEye N64 damn 52 seconds. Like that's been his life for fucking years. And then it's like minutes of this shit where he's just going like ooh 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 ee ooh 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 ooh, I did it, ooh ooh. And then at some point, oh, I guess he goes into the back room and tells her, like, I thought she heard him going ee ooh ooh, and then she comes out, but no, he actually goes up and tells her the good news that he was finally to bust a nut. And where is she? Here comes the Asian wife with the smallest boobs I've ever seen, the chest of an 8-year-old boy to watch. Watch what she does. She just pets his head like he's a dog, like he's a small autistic child. And he's so happy. He's elated. I can't believe it. I did the 52 seconds on the GoldenEye N64 damn. And she's like, pet, good puppy.
Shit.
And I don't know. I saw this and I thought, someone actually posted on the forum saying that he saw this clip when it happened, and he was really interested in speedrunning. And then after he saw this clip and how this Asian ironing board had to come and comfort him after his biggest coom, he said, fuck this, I actually don't care about speedrunning anymore, and just completely lost interest in it as a concept. So I really don't have any sympathy for speedrunners in general, because this is like retarded shit. Someone actually overpaid when he posted this. He brought up a good point, which is that in a real sport, you can, at any time when you've achieved a level of skill, manifest that skill. Like, that's what the Olympics are. You can go to the Olympics after you've been training and you do the same thing over and over. Like, you're getting good, but at the same time, you're also getting consistently good. It becomes a skill that you have, and not just like a thing that you can occasionally do. It took him 135,000 tries to get this one world record, and it required a bunch of things to go right in order to even get that, and things that which ordinarily don't happen. So it's not really a sport, you know what I mean? Like, sure, he's really good at beating this game, I guess, but can he go to the speedrun Olympics and pull off a 52-second time that nobody else in the world can do? Like, no, they can't, because he requires a certain set of events to happen in order to get that kind of time. So it's not really like a sport. It's just something that, it would be like if instead of having the Olympics where everyone comes together in one arena and with all the pressure and all the lights and all the cameras and the fans and the energy and the different environment, because you're not practicing in the Olympic swimming pool, you know, when you're getting good, if instead of doing that and having the spectacle of sportsmanship, people just did the shit at home and then recorded themselves doing it, and then they submit the best score when it happens, and then someone else tries to beat that score, and it's like, that's completely different, and it's not really the same thing. It's just retard shit. Josh doesn't know about AGDQ. They don't beat the records at AGDQ, though. Sure, they sit on a fucking couch and play with their controllers, but they just kind of demonstrate what they do. They don't... This guy would never get the 52-second score in AGDQ because he doesn't... The things that have to happen don't predictably happen. So yeah, fuck it. Like even in other video game sports though, like Dota, you can take people who play Dota and League of Legends really well and put them in a different environment in a different country at a certain time, and they can play the game competitively and predictably play at a high level in a competitive manner. With this, it's just sitting at home, which is why trannies love it, I think. They don't have to go out of their way. They don't have to become uncomfortable or put themselves in a new environment. It's the same path they've treaded 135,000 times to get that result. So fuck speedrunners, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's muscle memory. It's not a sport. It's not a skill. And this guy's weird obsession with beating Damn on GoldenEye in 64, I'm not impressed. 730,000 people watched this and only 200 people said this is gay bullshit, but that's what it is. Transition's done quick, exactly. Okay, I think I asked someone for a clip. Here we go. So... let's see. On the New Year's Eve, even though I don't like talking about this person, I do find their current trajectory interesting. So, Pantsu says, tonight at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be deactivating the Pantsu Party OnlyFans account. Let me explain what that is. Pantsu Party is not a Odysee, or not Onision, but iDubbbz, Anisa Joma, like just traditional cam whore. Her OnlyFans is anime hentai reviews. So it's just her reviewing hentai as a woman or woman-sounding creature. And after she got romantically entangled with Ethan Ralph, it kind of raised the question. Ethan Ralph, you are someone who makes fun of a lot of people and calls a lot of people pedophiles, and uses things like lolicon as a point of contention against them. But yet, you are sticking your penis into a woman who reviews lolicon and hangs lolicon over their bed as they sleep like some sort of pedophile dream catcher. Ethan Ralph, why are you? What is your explanation for this? And it seems like the answer has come in the form of this message, as Pantsu Party is moving on past the lolicon saga of her life. I've decided to move away from creating adult content. I used to make these videos in collaboration with my ex. Since we've split, it's been difficult for me to want to continue making hentai analysis. After transitioning out of a long-term relationship where I had gotten used to sharing the details of my private life to thousands of viewers on YouTube videos, I realized I was happier keeping more personal space from the lower eye internet. It doesn't feel right to try and explain sexual thoughts and feelings in videos anymore. Many of my opinions and feelings on sexuality have changed over this year and no longer reflect some of my videos I publish here. Unfortunately, I've come to the conclusion to terminate this page. Thank you to everyone who has supported me and this project. It means a lot to me, and the revenue has helped me get back on my feet. Here's to the new year. Sayonara, May. Let me give you a theory that I heard, which I like. Now that May is getting gunted, she's getting the corn cob, she has decided that here are some changes to look out for. May is going to grow her hair out. She's going to let it return to a natural color. And she's going to start trying to be trad. And she's going to try to become a trad grifter, like in the conservative sphere, like Nick Fuentes style. And she's going to renounce all the lolicon stuff and say that she's seen the error of her ways and is now actually looking to start a family in a traditional God-fearing relationship. I think that's what's going to happen because, yeah, and she will blame Digibro for what happened and say it was actually Digibro who was the pedophile, and Digibro, who coerced me into doing these sexual things, which I just didn't feel comfortable with. Woo, woo, woo. When really, it was probably you who convinced him to transition and convince him to convince him to wear female clothes and enticed him. You bonded over the lolicon shit. And then decided, oh, wouldn't you look good as a woman? And then after Digibro was completely and totally shattered mentally, he was like, well, I'm bored of this now, like a cat fucking with a mouse. I'm going to move on to the new grift, because Digibro was losing his money. After he transitioned, people didn't like his shit anymore. And he stopped putting out the anime reviews that people like. And now she's in this period where she's not getting along with the anime fans because they're showing up at her house to kidnap her, allegedly. And she's thinking, what I'll do is I'll hitch onto the conservative grift, and I'm going to get me some of that fucking money. And I bet you she's going to, like I said, dye her hair to natural colors or let it grow out, start dressing with blouses and not like jeans and t-shirts. She's going to start trying to look more housewifey. And she's going to try and purport conservative opinions like a Brittany Venti or an Aiden Paladin or Abigail Shapiro. She's going to get into that circle, and it's going to be really pathetic, and I'm going to make fun of her when she does it. And I'm going to say that I called it. That's my feeling right now. And she's going to break up with Ralph when Ralph cheats on her. These are my predictions for 2021. Second verse, same as the first. Chameleon Life, hell yeah. I'm telling you she's crypto. I'm telling you, because she's from upstate New York. Her parents have money, and she's got the look. She's crypto. She's as crypto as Bigfoot. Is what I'm saying to you. She'll cheat on Ralph. That'd be funny. Ralph would fucking kill her if she cheated on him. He can't live something like that down. He'd have to prove that he's a big man and fucking murder her in cold blood if she cheated on him. That would be funny too. So many possible funny things happening. The schnoz. She's cryptid, yes. She's mark my fucking words. I think she has a Bigfoot sounding last name too. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I remember it sounding sus. Sounding a little bit sus. And that's not an Among Us reference, by the way. I like to say that things were sus before that game fucking existed, and now that I can't say sus without people thinking, oh, this motherfucker's playing Among Us. He's playing with children, playing a flash game with children, and saying things are sus. Fuck you. That was my word before they stole it, like they stole my fonts. Okay. Now they're posting pictures of this guy. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't know what the fuck this is. Can I even post this? Is this gonna work? Access denied. This guy. I don't know who the fuck this man is. But I hate him, and I hate his fucking face, and I hate fucking seeing his face all the goddamn time. I just can't stand it. Is it iDubbbz, you're right. I forgot about iDubbbz. I've been streaming for a while. Whatever. I'm having fun. I'm manic right now. I've pledged a bunch of changes to the forum and shit. 'Cause I'm feeling spry. But iDubbbz, I probably can't show you anything from this thread because it's all pornographic, which is the point of contention. She has announced, Anisa Joma, who is the girlfriend of iDubbbz, has announced that they're moving in together, they're getting married, and she's going to continue to do OnlyFans pornography after they've been married. And she's put out topless pics, which are of course on the forum already because people are making fun of her. And she really has a horrific boob job. She's covered in these awful fucking tattoos. She's having a legit like midlife crisis or something. She's doing things that people with borderline personality disorder do. She's engaging in all the typical self-destructive behaviors associated with someone who has borderline personality disorder, which is the disease of a life-ruining woman. When someone has fucking BPD, they will fucking destroy you. And she's covered herself in shitty ink. She's getting tit jobs and plastic surgery, and she's doing OnlyFans. She's having a legit mental breakdown. And her boob job is worth mentioning because it's really bad. She had normal boobs before, decided I want to be above normal, I guess. And she decided to have, from what I understand, which was a type of implant which works by, like, I guess, popping off your nipple and inserting the implant under the nipple and then sewing the nipple back on, which is a type of implant procedure best suited for certain kinds of breasts. They don't do it with everyone. They do it from the side for most people. But for her, they said, we'll probably do it this way. And you can tell that that's exactly what they did, because her boobs are lopsided. They look like bags of gravel. And the nipple looks like it's artificial. It has like a bevel to it. It's raised above the rest of the skin. So it looks extremely unnatural. It looks like a transgender breast. And it's just shocking that she has the narcissism required to think that she is someone who deserves money for being naked, when she is so plastic and unattractive and has no personality. Like, usually I can tell you what SagittariusShawty's like. I know her personality. She can be funny. Bella Delphine has like a personality that she puts out there, like a stage performance that gets simps to give her money. I can't tell you anything about Anisa. Like, what the fuck? Why would anyone give her money? Because what I think gets the whore the money on OnlyFans is that they make a superficial relationship with people who then think they have a chance to get with that girl, and that's what keeps them hook, line, and sinker giving them cash. But Anisa will never be successful because she has no persona. She's just a hoe. She's a naked woman, and that's not what gets the simps to pay out. So it is just shocking, and someone in the forum thread pointed out that really you can form a lot of your opinion about someone based on on who they choose to have relationships with. And really, it's hard to watch iDubbbz anymore, because you look at him and you think, you're a guy who is in a relationship with a woman who is not faithful to you, and you defend these choices, and like I can't bring myself to see you as a respectable person anymore. You just sank below that threshold. You put out some fucking bullshit pro-mask video saying like, oh, these people who go into stores and say they don't want to wear masks are such idiots. Hee-haw. And that's kind of like passe content too. And it makes me feel like he's trying to be safe now and not toe the line and try to make his edgy, make fun videos, but make fun of people who YouTube would agree deserves it. So he's going after people who don't want to wear masks. And it's just so bullshit. And seeing him sit there in his little fucking cuck shed wearing his shitty fucking beanie because he has no testosterone and his hair's falling out like a cancer patient's. And his girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, is dangling out her gravel titties on the internet, and it's just like I can't even stomach watching you. I didn't finish the video. It's just really shit. Oh, and Yaniv. Can I say his name? Don't ever forget, by the way. When you see headlines about Jessica Jonathan Yaniv and the fact that they're having an arrest warrant out because they've death threatened someone in Canada months ago in October, don't ever forget that when this channel was brand new and I was doing 1 hour, 2 hour shows about lolcows pretty consistently, that I want to say in 2018, December 2018, this time 2 years ago, Jonathan Yaniv filed a copyright complaint with YouTube and got my stream about him taken down before it had even begun because he claimed the fucking thumbnail for my video, and that got me my first strike on YouTube. He then also got my Twitter account deleted because I referred to him indirectly with male pronouns. I didn't tag him, I didn't mention him, it's just the conversation was about him, and I used he, and that got my fucking Twitter account banned. This guy had extreme amounts of pull, and he knew people. There were pictures of him directly next to a co-founder of Twitter. He knew people in the industry, and he was having outright censorship done to protect the fact that he was harassing young women about their tampons and harassing people on Facebook about their tampons and reviewing sex toys and just being a fucking pervert. He was protected until such a point where he could no longer be protected. He had feminists who had like tens of thousands of followers banned from Twitter for criticizing his behavior. He had power. And it wasn't until they had completely and totally lost control of the narrative that they relinquished that power and protection over him. And it boils my fucking blood. He never should have been in that position of power to begin with. And I guarantee you there are many, many more Jonathan Yanivs who are sexual perverts attracted to children who are able to use clout and big tech to get access to children and be protected from criticisms exposing them for being perverts. And he'll never get what he fucking deserves because he lives in Canada, which is just the most pathetic country in the entire world. The house, like, I was watching a video, I posted this on the thread about his arrest. I was watching a video where a woman was going over transsexual abusers and how they handle the prison system. And in Canada, a man can say he's a woman, go on HRT, gets a rapist, a convicted sex offender, can claim to be a woman, be sent to a woman's prison, and be locked in a fucking room with a woman that he has free access to continually rape. And they have to, like, the women who are being raped have to petition the government to get, like lambs in a lion's den, have to petition the giraffe to let the lion out of their fucking den so they stop getting preyed upon. That's just incredible to me, and it is extremely infuriating. And it's a sign of the end times, truly, because if you ever look back in history, whenever transsexuals start becoming a social norm, that's like the decadent era when shit starts to fall apart. So fuck Yaniv. Even if he gets arrested, whatever, they'll put him in a pee-pee-poo-poo rape prison where he can fuck women all he wants, unless he gets, like, beaten to death by lesbians on his first day there. Canada's pro-bestiality too. Someone keeps posting a book cover in the Discord, on the Maddie Discord, of a woman. It's a Canadian bestseller, and it's been awarded like the highest literary honor that a book can be awarded in Canada. And it's of a story about a woman who fucks a bear. So I don't know what the fuck's happening in Canada, but they're all sex perverts, I guess. The bear sex book is 100% real. Okay. Good to know. Alright. I have to pee again. It's been 2 hours. It's time to wind down. I have some changes planned for the forum. I kind of want to touch on it. It's featured on the forum if you want to read my New Year's Eve remarks. I'm intending to lax and standardize the procedure for creating a thread so that it's more easily understood by people, so that it can be objectively analyzed by mods, whether it should be allowed or not, and that a person can do it in one sitting. Because I think we're losing a lot of content, and have been for years, just because the bar of entry for making a forum thread now is just absurdly high. And nobody can meet it. I think we're losing access to things, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of junk threads if we lower the standards, but our best threads from like 2013, 2014, 2015, they were just a single post, a single paragraph saying, hey, do you know this guy? He's crazy. And it's like a picture or a video underneath it, and that's all it took to get the ball rolling for a thread that was, years later, 5 years later, is 1,000 pages long. So I don't know. I've been trying to figure out what to do with that for a while, and I'm going to give this a try for 2021. And I hope that the political stuff will take a back road if people are allowed to make threads and engage more with what I think is more traditionally the forum's focus. The other thing that I'm going to do, and I haven't talked about this publicly because it's something that I've had to stew upon for a while, is that... Okay, what happened with Nick? What is happening? Oh, okay, fuck. I do have to play this. I have to make fun of Nick Rikita because people are bothering me in chat. And they don't explain what I want to do with the search engine stuff. I don't know why the fuck Nick did this, but he should never do this again. He should stop watching anime immediately because he's clearly like hurting himself in the process. Oh, it's not going to be that. It's going to be in PC.
Oh my god, Queen, you look so gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Elbows? Hello?
He said it was a gay bet. I don't believe
Please
that.
send foot pics.
I don't believe this is a bet. He's way too into it.
There you go. Put the microphone in your mouth.
Ew. Ew. Oh my god.
15 months.
My
Where's the
headset.
tip menu? How much to make it jiggle? Oh. You came to the right place.
It's ironic. Yes. Ironic, isn't it?
Perfect crotch. How could you be feeling nauseous?
I'm gonna make you watch all this. There's 30 seconds left.
Do you guys like butterfly stretches?
No. See,
I know
this is
I
not
do.
a bet.
That's how I keep my.
This is not a bet.
hip
He's way too
flexors
into it.
flexible.
It's way too into this chat for this to be just like a joke.
Oh. Oh yeah, it feels so good and so liberating. I just want to let the stream know there's 29 minutes left of all this. So if you want all this, you have 29 minutes left.
I need to bully him because I need to make it known that this is not acceptable, even as a joke. It's like your kids are going to watch this one day, Nick. Hopefully later rather than sooner. Like, why? If people want to like you, Nick, don't do it. There's a certain level of self-respect that must be maintained. And I get that it's like a joke, I guess, but like, stop watching anime also. We care about you, Nick. We don't want you to cut your dick off and like start sexting underage fans and when after everything comes out, say like you want to live your life as a woman now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just put the anime down, Nick. People care about you. You have a family. I'm only being semi sarcastic when I say that. I guarantee it's the anime. He's like, oh, I'm gonna connect with my DBZ fans. I'm gonna watch what's some good anime, Chad. You know, I've not watched a lot of anime, but you know, I'm doing this whole anime voice actor case, and you know, I want to connect with my audience more. What's some good anime? Oh, this is a good anime. I guess I'll watch this slice of life about teenage lesbians in a Japanese high school, and then a couple months later, taking the HRT. You're doing the streams in the kawaii voice and deep throating the microphone. It's very sad, and there are many such cases, chat. Okay. The forum thing. I don't really have to go. I have to pee really bad. I am aware that even though the forum is presently at the height of its popularity, that based on all the metrics I have available to me, the SEO is going down. And I've tried playing with this, and I've tried doing certain maneuvers to increase SEO, and they've worked. I can actually look at my webmaster console, and I can see that when I change something to improve the SEO, it will go up, and then after a time, something happens, and it will drop arbitrarily just at a certain point, and it will drop down to where it was before I started making changes. And I guarantee you that is a manual throttle or result of an administrative action. So I've reviewed some policies, and I'm going to do something that is a little bit radical, but I feel it's necessary for the survival of the community. I am going to make a policy at some point and give tools to put personally identifying information into a BB code, which hides it unless you're either signed in or browsing the site from Tor. And similarly, I'm going to have a personally identifying information or nude flag or image and video uploads, which will have the same rules. You can't see them unless you're signed in or browsing through Tor. And the reason why is because search engines have instituted new policies that allow people to completely de-index certain websites that have what would be considered docs or non-consensual pornography. And the rules for both are very, very up to the search engine and on a case-by-case basis, which means that certain identities of particularly predatory individuals who often are both sensitive to their real names being published and also tend to post pornography of themselves, sometimes, in particular instances, incriminating pornography of them sexually assaulting people, they will then be able to go to a search engine and flag down these pages, these incriminating pages, as being doxing and non-consensual pornography or revenge porn. Even if they published it on their own, even if it's true, even if they're a sexual pest and a menace to society, even if they are selling the content and it should be considered a product which can be critiqued as any other product on the internet can be, that is not the reality that we live in. So I'm going to have to make adjustments to see if it's even possible to coexist with these policies and make it so that the information can be out there and predatory people can be exposed without causing offense to dick snippers at Google. That is the situation. So I'm going to try that, and hopefully it will work, because it really fucking grinds my gears when someone who is a rapist is able to completely obliterate any information about them being a rapist from Google by complaining about non-consensual pornography, which is a video of them sexually assaulting someone who's too drunk to stand up. That gets under my fucking skin. So that's what I'm going for. I haven't seen any serious pushback saying that this is a bad idea or it's not worth trying. I think it is worth trying, and I'm going to find out a way to implement the policy this year. So, with that said, with everything covered, I think that this is a wrap. I hope you guys have a very happy New Year's, and I hope you guys have a great year. Don't expect things to get better. The only thing you can do is focus on yourself, focus on family, focus on kids, focus on your money, acquire cryptocurrency. I'm not saying buy cryptocurrency at such a height. I'm saying do work and services, trade things for cryptocurrency, and but do buy guns, because you can never have enough guns. I'm a fan of firearms for sporting purposes, and that would be my advice to anyone, because obsessing over political things is not going to change. It's going to be a bit of a waiting game, I think. The merge is happening. That's right. We're all going to be living with our OCs. It's going to be a paradise here of anime being real. Finally, anime being real. That's what we all want. Anime to be real. But yeah, fuck it. I have a cool song that I found a couple weeks ago that I'm going to play. It's not really New Year's-y, but I like it. It's a cover by an Israeli guy who was born in Poland called Bom Beirut. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Oh my God, I almost forgot. The controller of currency is accepting comments regarding the fair access to financial services until January 4th. If you have not submitted a comment in support of fair access to financial services, there is information on the forum featured right now on how to submit your comment to the controller of currency for the fair access to financial services. Do that before the 4th, please. Thank you. Bye-bye.
per פטריות בשן באושר יכולתי גם לחסום את כל האור Sealab.